Hello बच्चों, this is the sixth video lecture of electrostatics and today we are going to study about Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem, or it is also known as Gauss law. This law gives a relation between the electric flux through a closed hypothetical surface, which is also known as Gaussian surface, and the charge enclosed by that surface. As per Gauss theorem, the total electric flux out of a closed surface is equal to the charge enclosed divided by the permittivity. According to Gauss theorem, we can write total electric flux phi is equal to closed integral over the surface of E dot dA, which is again equal to 1 by epsilon naught times Q. Here we have considered that the system is in free space. In this equation, phi is total electric flux through a closed surface. E is the total electric field intensity produced by a charge through the surface and the direction is outward. dA is the area vector of a small area element dA at the surface area A. Q is the net charge enclosed by the surface. Here Q can be a point charge or a continuous charge distribution. Here the symbol closed integral over the surface is denoting that the integration is taken over the whole closed surface area so that there is a circle drawn over the integration sign. For proof of Gauss law, let us consider a point charge plus Q situated at point O inside a closed surface of surface area A. We have considered here a patch or a small area element dA at point P at a distance of r from O, and vector dA is the area vector of small area element dA perpendicular to the surface at point P. The electric field intensity of point charge plus Q is E as shown in figure, and the angle between the vectors E and dA is theta. D omega is the solid angle subtended by small area element dA at O. The small electric flux d phi through dA is given by d phi is equal to E dot dA, as we have studied in previous video lecture, which is again equal to E dA cos theta, since it is a dot product. Now we know that the magnitude of the electric field intensity is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Therefore, by putting the value of electric field intensity in previous equation, we get d phi is equal to 1 by epsilon naught 4 pi into Q by R square into dA cos theta. Or rearranging the equation, we can write it as d phi is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught dA cos theta by R square. In this equation, dA cos theta by R square is the solid angle d omega, which is subtended by the small area element dA at O. By putting the value of d omega in the last equation, we get d phi is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. Now to find out the total flux through the whole surface area A, we will have to integrate the last equation over the total surface area. So by integrating, we get phi is equal to closed integral q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega. Here in this equation, q by 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant value, so it will be out of the integration, and hence we get the equation phi is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught closed integral of d omega. If we will take the closed integral of d omega, the value of this will be equal to 4 pi, because the solid angle subtended by any closed surface is equal to 4 pi. Therefore, by putting the value, we get phi is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4 pi. In this equation, 4 pi will get cancelled from 4 pi in denominator. Therefore, the final expression is phi is equal to q by epsilon naught, which is the Gauss law. Or in other form, we can write it as phi is equal to closed integral of E dot dA, which is equal to q by epsilon naught. Homework. You have to revise the topic solid angle and area vector from past video lectures and learn the statement of Gauss theorem with its formula. Thank you.